things were not going good. I have been really unemployable. I was real good at interviewing. I could get a few jobs and go to one or two. They didn't pay me fast enough or couldn't advance. I would just not do it, and I would get money and go get high. It was terrible. I was really worthless. And then one day I was, again, trying to get high in my own house, and I was paranoid my wife was going to come home, so I couldn't get a good hit. Same thing was happening again. I had a lot of drugs, and the pipe was getting full again. And the minute she got home, I made an excuse I had to leave somewhere. So I jump in my car, and I go driving around until I can find somebody that I recognize in this area where I used to score drugs. And I found somebody, a guy and a girl, that said I could come to their house. And again, I want to apologize if this is a little strong. Please don't lead from the message because of the drug use in this, because the story is real. So I go to their house, and their little house is a terrible little shitbox. All right, let me just tell you. It's about a 600 square feet piece of crap that no one would want to live in. When I walk into it, there are two bedrooms in the back, little small ones. One of them's full of junk from the bottom up, and the back door is broken. Someone broke in before for some reason. But they're welcoming with open arms. They don't have drugs. They want to use their pipe, because that's what tweakers and drug users want, to have that residue left for later. So I happily let them have a hit. I knew my pipe was full of good dope. They were idiots. And got them high. And the same thing happened again. I took a full-blown thing. I'd been trying to get high for a long time. I was saturated. The same thing happened again. So again, same shadows again. And I saw these shadows on a regular basis when I used drugs, even when I wasn't high. And I feel like they are demons waiting to take the sinning soul to hell when you finish what you started by overdosing on drugs. That's my opinion. I believe that's what it does. So again, same thing, all of a sudden, boom, 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 doorways full of faces this way and bodies. Choo, 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 choo. And then I go to tell them, there they are, and I blacked out again. Well, this time, y'all, I did not accelerate upward. I accelerated downward, the same thing, back and forth. And then all of a sudden, I heard this terrible rumbling, like turbine engines, this terrible rumbling. And then I went into this area. It was almost hard to see. It was blood red and black. It's deep dark. And then all of a sudden I felt choo, 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 these chains that wrapped my body. And then I felt this searing pain in my midsection. I'd been castrated. If you think about it, I'm a man. That's my identity. You're a beautiful, beautiful woman. That's your identity. They took my identity away from me immediately. Took every semblance of me away. That's not all me, that's my masculinity, all right? So that's the only thing I could think as I look back to it. And then I'm able to, when I hit the searing pain and the agony and such, I look up and I see before me, way in the distance, just burning like a fire between these two mountains and these masses of black figures of souls of people, millions of them, just moving in a rhythm of this cracking of this whip. And these guttural voices, these Middle East, Middle Eastern, I can't describe it any differently. This old language that was being spoken and spouted. And around me, I almost saw these same little small pods of things going on, these maybe individual torture things going on right here. And as I looked up, there was this whirling noise. And there was this terrible demon that had this big head like this, and had one bulbous eye, and mouth that almost looked like a mule's mouth. Big horse teeth, and they were kind of crooked and such. Had kind of bumps on the head, and these tiny little wings, and kind of this little sliver of a thing coming out the back, maybe a semblance of some spinal cord or something. And it was going, biting at my socket in my arm. Back and forth, biting. And these other ones were going after it like they were fighting him to bite at my arm. And there was another one similar to what he looked like. The eye was different a little bit, and the things were different, but it had more of a longer body, almost like a tadpole, if you can kind of picture that, and kind of a weird one wing, one not a wing, and kind of moving around. I'm not sure if they were really moving. However, it was coming at me in a different direction, and I could only think that they were fighting for parts of my body to replace theirs. I know that sticks in my mind. So anyways, all this is going on, and it's the anguish. I'm going, I just can't breathe it. The smell of sulfur and burning everything. I don't know, flesh or what it was. It was just a deep burning was going on. And I start I can't even breathe. Our Father, art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. I just started catching my breath. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And I get my breath again. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive. We forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. And then whoosh! I came up coughing and choking. And this guy was on top of me. I don't know exactly why, but he wasn't giving me mouth to mouth. He'd been trying to steal my shit. Okay? And I don't know if it was because I actually woke up and I was under this table for some reason under this living room, this little end table. Part of my body was. I don't know if I came up and I was busting his table, whatever, he was on top of me. But whether he's giving me mouth to mouth or not, I don't know. All I know was, he was not helping me. He was trying to steal my shit. So that was my experience with